The trip. Hello! Welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Helk empath. Helka. Just like having these little talks and the way I feel about things. Today it sucks to be empath, man. Sucks. I don't know why people think it's such a cute little, trendy little thing. I'm empath. I'm empath. I'm empath. I feel your hurt. I feel your joy. I feel you. I feel you. Really? Really? Whatever. I hear a lot of trite bullshit. But being empath, like Heoka, energy, mmm. Oh man. Anyway, rest in peace, Pete. My friend Pete passed away. I was sad to hear. Confounded, man. Confounded. I sat next to him. The 144 is what I call it. The Friday night 12 by 12. 144. Bellevue University. That's where I college degree that I don't use. That is obsolete in business information systems and IT technical support. Spent a lot of time in that campus. Years. Sat next to Pete every Friday night. Now he knows all the answers. Now he knows. He's a source, man. He's not hurting no more. He's gonna miss his dogs. Dogs are gonna miss him. Debbie. Man. It's almost, some people almost don't have relationships just because they see other people how strong they are, and they don't, the idea of being without something is just like insurmountable. It's hard to put your head around. Like these guys, they're my little heartbreaks waiting to happen. Nogs only lived to be 15, 16, 17, 18, maybe a little older. Help, it's a little. But, they're all the family I got. And it's a lifelong commitment, keeping them together. And it's getting hard to keep them all together. It's getting real hard. It's like, okay, God, if you're going to want us all together, you're going to keep us together. And he's done a pretty good job so far. I just feel impending, mounting desires for my absence. It's hard to be in a place that's uncomfortable, but it's even harder when people don't want you there. And I know I suck. Why I suck in every situation. When people say I suck and think I suck, because sometimes I suck because I don't have the resources to do things the way I want to do them. So if I can't do them how I want to do them, I'm not going to do it half-assed. So I just don't bother. And so sometimes I suck. I got a "you suck" text last night, and I just deleted it. I'm just like, whatever. I already know. There's nothing that people can't say to me that's gonna make me feel worse than I do myself. So I love when people email me and ask me questions about stuff like that, and what I like to do is I've had a lot of life experience, and it's given me a different perspective than Joe Blow mainstream gets. Oh man, yeah, gotta clean your ear. So I knew from the time that I was in preschool, I was like 4 years old. Girls were pretty, and I knew that I didn't like men and want to be married with men, and I wanted a pink peg when I played life. But this is all the stuff that I hid, And when I hear stories about young girls, see, I started my period even when I was 8. See, I was they turn, when you're baby raped, they turn on your sexual stuff, it kicks it into overdrive, so everything happens faster for their benefit. It's how people win VMAs indirectly. It leads to that. Anyway, life force energy. It's really a nasty story, but it is my life. And I've overcome a lot of things. Yeah, I have. So I mean, and I used to get like, we'd go to movie theater, and if there was a woman in the movie theater, I thought it was pretty. It was like I was fixed on it. Like I couldn't. It was, I don't know. It was awkward being me, because I never had anybody else around me like me to talk to about this stuff. So I talk to myself a lot, and talk to my dog, and my cat too. We have cats too. We just love the critters. And so, um, but I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I have a keen ability of observation and recall and things like that. And what I do know is that, I was a 12-year-old girl, and I failed PE. I failed PE because I knew that, because there were girls in PE that I liked, and it was wrong. It was wrong. So in my mind, it was wrong that I thought they were pretty, and so I failed PE because I wouldn't go dress out with the rest of the girls, because I knew that I liked them. Well, I didn't like them, but because it was my chivalry in me. It was my chivalry in me, is that I know I know what is appropriate and what is really, really inappropriate. And so my conscience wouldn't allow it. So in high school, all throughout 6th grade, is the first time I failed PE because I wouldn't dress out. But I could never tell. It's because I thought girls were pretty, and I didn't want to shower with them. How weird's that, Ma? I took F's for chivalry. So I know that, like, sexuality is such a big part of who people are. Not me so much anymore. I'm kind of whatever. I'm basically a nun. N-O-N-E. I've been like habitually celibate like most of my life, with little pockets of relations here and there. But I don't get involved unless it's a relationship, or I'm trying to be in a relationship, and people don't really want to have relationships. Here, wet your whistle. You alright? Go down the wrong pipe? Mom's feeling stressed too. We're gonna have ice cream in a little bit for lunch, huh? Yep. That'll de-stress-elate things. You alright? Did you go down the wrong pipe? Didn't you want to get down? Because that's as far as you can go. You get the whole bed up here, but ow! I need to pull my ear thing out. That's rude. We'll go walk it off in a minute. Alright, so I failed PE, yeah, all the way. Anyway, and then I just quit going. It's not like I wasn't physically, I just had bad ankles, I couldn't run. But I got to do cool stuff, because we were in, like, the remedial PE. So we got to do, like, shuffleboard. Vinny, go ahead, bud. He's just gonna get a drink, go 100. And then we got to do archery. That's when I learned archery. And then golf. I have a pretty teacher, Miss Fellman. I guess she was the golf coach too. She said I had a natural swing, and then I went and told that was like when my father was golfing like 3 times a week. And so he got to and I was just screwing around in high school, right? So I told him that, like, the teacher said and then so when we went down to visit for Easter or some bullshit, we went to the golf course, and he just, every time I hung out with the guy, he just likes to freaking just rip on me, just like, oh, so much for your natural swing, and I thought your and he was, I'm just like, man, so I learned how to freaking get a thick skin a long time ago because people are just freaking mean, man. Benny, thank you. And freaking so I know what cruel is. I know, and I get this from my own family. So don't think I'm gonna be tripping if I get it from complete strangers. You know what I mean? It's like when once you know that what full spectrum somebody is, you know what they're capable of. I don't know if they're really mean. All I'm just gonna do is go back to that mean conversation. So I'll call her back. Anyway, what was I thinking about? Oh, I was thinking about anyway. So gender or sexuality is, and I think kids that should just not make decisions. Just don't decide what you are, because you got to collect more data, And I know, like, because I got nieces. I remember where I was when I was like 12 years old. You know, As like it's sixth grade, and they don't even get to go to school no more. And no, and if it's a crush, I don't care what the relation. No sleepovers with crushes, and you got to be honest about that stuff too. You got to be honest about that stuff. Do you like them like that? No sleepovers if you like them like that. That's freaking no. And 12-year people don't even know what they are, and then society puts pressure on them to be. I never, I took some pressure, but I don't know, Mom. Did I always dressed like a clown, and I always just was outlived my life, I never really thought about, oh God, look at that chick, all the people that did all that, because I know people do all that. And I don't hang out with them anyway because they do all that, It's like I was watching. I mean, it's freaking gonna be heart-based connection is what's gonna freaking save this earth, man. All this business and stuff, trying to get through to things and trying to get people to do things, because there's no such an urgency. There's no such an urgency in any business organization. Like the big red truck has been in the shop since I've been here a month. And like I called, Friday, okay, I gotta move now. Now I need the truck. So we gotta turn up the heat on the diagnostics and the repair, and it's getting to that, and it's getting harder for me to ward off my stressors, you know. This pressure is immense, and oh yeah, well the mechanic that's on it got a freaking shard of metal in his eye. He's going to a specialist today. Hopefully they'll be able to get the rest out. Well, sure, I hope they get the rest out. It's like, it's not just me that's going through this. Shit is going slow because everybody's going through shit, and the people that, are, that I need are like, they're also tech support for their children's e-home learning and all this other shit. I mean, I know everybody has stuff. Maybe I would care less about other people's stuff. I didn't feel so much pressure of needing to be out of where I'm at, because I need to be out of where I'm at. And I can't convince and bother people and go, hey, can I live in your place? Can I live in your, hey, can I rent your place? Hey, can I rent, hey, I gotta stay in the present moment. I have to, or I'm gonna go crazy. So I'm going in and out of this 12-year-old talk thing because I'm trying to process my emotions and how I feel to help maybe teach other people to do that, because people aren't. I mean, dude, Bellevue yesterday, where I just was talking about, some wackadoo nut job freaking shot up 4 people at the Sonic that I used to live close by to. And then he's like smiling, big cheesy smile in his mugshot. People are losing their minds because they don't have discernment. They don't have the conscience and the whatnot and the goodness inside that tells them, no, you don't hurt other people, you don't harm other people. They don't have it. They just don't have it. And then I saw another story of at a sweet 16-year-old party, 7 people were shot. It's just like, you know, on a cool note, a dude frickin' wrestled a puppy out of an alligator's mouth in Florida. That was cool. You know, that's cool. So, I don't know. It's like every time I try to push back to try and make things happen, it's to the detriment. It's to my detriment, you know? And so I'm like almost scared to even do anything, but I just keep making phone calls. Okay. If I don't, I will check back, you know, setting up appointments of when I will follow back. I mean, does anybody else feel like your life is completely suspended? Like, hovering? Like, just, Jesus. And it's been like this for a while. You know? Uncertainty. I mean, I guess uncertainty is always out your window. I guess it's always has the potential to be there. This is a really good opportunity for people to, you know, really determine if they're really someone of faith. You know, is there a God? Do you believe in God? You trust that He's going to carry you? My laptop's sitting on my Bible right now, and we'll read some of that later, Mom. That sound good? For distraction? Because, I don't know, I get little inklings and keys and codes and whatnots and synchronicities. I do it when I read the dictionary, though. I can do it with anything. So, and it'd be so weird. I think about, because we had freedom. When I was 12, we had freedom. And when I was younger, we got to freaking go ride our bikes and stuff like that. They didn't even have street lights on the street that we lived on dirt roads in Project City, Central Valley, Shasta Lake, the city of Shasta, whatever it's called, Central, whatever. But we had a lot of freedom, you know. And now it would be so hard to be, you know, coming into age, because your hormones are all, I don't know, with all the shots and crap that they give people now, that's gotta freaking, you know. I wonder if that's one of the reasons why I started at such a young age, because they want to perpetuate the freaking baby making freaking machine, you know what I mean? And some of them do, and then some people get like, Mom got freaking sterilized without her permission when I was born. It's just weird. The ideas that people come up with and call it civilization, no wonder this civilization is fallen, man. Everybody's freaking got a weird idea about it. We're supposed to be taking care of everybody. Everybody's supposed to be taken care of. You're supposed to be taking care of your neighbors, making sure they're okay and stuff like that. And everybody is so freaked out about this, you know, the climate of the world right now. And so many people are distracted by this stupid election. I'm like, dude, the cracks of society, you don't get it when people are just like, you know, ultimately, we're at a crescendo. The wave is coming, and it's basically a climactic conclusion of bullshit of the controllers and we the sheep. Yeah. And people still buy the bull. They're still buying the bull. That's cool that, though, you know, that I think it's great that, because I didn't get to talk about my thoughts and I mean, I process through a lot from like Cosmo and things like that. And just watching people. I hung out with a lot of people. I hung out with a lot of girls. Hang out with a lot of guys. I just have been collecting data on the human condition since the 1974, and I've just seen such a wide spectrum of the human condition, because, man, if people want to treat people bad, they're going to just treat them bad, man. And that just tells me that they feel really bad about themselves. They feel terrible about themselves, the way people treat other people. And I know sometimes I want to say things that are freaking just wicked, because I feel bad. And I want people to feel bad like I do. And I know that there's karma attached to that, and I just mustn't. I just plainly mustn't. And then I'm recall of vengeance is mine, not saith the Marge. It's not mine to have. It's not mine to have. My bit rate, every time my bit rate, it's just like, why don't you not demand so much bit rate, and then everyone will be cool, no one will buffer, but they just had add on the, well, let's just add on this, add on, and this will need more resources, and we'll suck over here, and we'll need more resources from this, and it's all so stupid. But there's so many other platforms, and that's the thing is, if I had cared really, yeah, I'd go to frickin'. I had Patreon someplace. I have an account. I have a, every time there's a new that I hear about them, I'll go make an account just to see what it's about. So I have a lot of accounts. I'm in tech. That's what I do. Is I seek solutions and things. Yep. So, what else was I going to talk about? People coming from fear base. Find a source power greater than yourself. Friends. People that, you can call and touch in with and, let them know that things are crazy. Benny. I'm going to take the dog out for a stroll.